Read and follow the instructions in each section. Keep paper for notes and use headphones to listen. Stay calm and confident, don't panic.
Individuals that tended to engage in cooperative behavior within their group were more likely to interact with bonobos in the other group that had the same tendency. This cooperation doesn't appear to be solely motivated by immediate reciprocation, the researchers say. For instance, during the study, only 14% of bonobos that shared food with a partner in the other group had the deed reciprocated. Recent trends in raw food diets overlook the fact that some vegetables are more nutritious when cooked. Cooking methods like steaming or roasting can enhance the availability of essential nutrients in vegetables such as asparagus, mushrooms, and spinach. This process releases important vitamins and antioxidants, which are sometimes trapped within the vegetable's cell walls. Most birds can bend their wings at the wrist, pulling arched wings close to their bodies to navigate their way through dense vegetation like branches. But hummingbird wings aren't as flexible. Because the wings stick straight out from a hummingbird's body, getting through tight spaces requires some tricky maneuvering. Normally, heat is what gets evaporation going, causing water molecules in the liquid to jostle more vigorously. That extra energy can break some of the bonds between molecules in the liquid, allowing molecules to escape as water vapor. Based on how much heat goes in, scientists can calculate the amount of evaporation expected. A recent study demonstrates that strawberries, consumed daily for 12 weeks, can improve memory and reduce depressive symptoms in middle-aged, overweight adults. This improvement is attributed to the anti-inflammatory effects of anthocyanins in strawberries, highlighting the fruit's role in cognitive health. A study from UCL and the University of Sydney shows that substituting just a few minutes of daily sitting with moderate exercise can greatly benefit heart health. It also showed the benefit of light activity, standing, and sleeping compared with sitting. This finding, part of research involving more than 15,000 individuals, underscores the significant health impact of even small changes in daily physical activity.
The gap between rich and poor is not increasing rapidly as expected. The gap between rich and poor is not increasing rapidly as expected. The geography assignments must be submitted by the midday of Friday. The geography assignments must be submitted by the midday of Friday. We changed the classroom because this one is too small. We changed the classroom because this one is too small. We often ask our students to get access to all sorts of services. We often ask our students to get access to all sorts of services. Try to get through it as soon as possible. Try to get through it as soon as possible. Organic food is grown without applying chemicals and possesses no artificial additives. Organic food is grown without applying chemicals and possesses no artificial additives. Make sure you correctly cite all your sources. Make sure you correctly cite all your sources. Making a profit and protecting the environment needn't be separate aims. Making a profit and protecting the environment needn't be separate aims. It is of the utmost importance that you follow the ethical guidelines carefully. It is of the utmost importance that you follow the ethical guidelines carefully. The first draft of the presentation is almost ready. The first draft of the presentation is almost ready.
I haven't done a lot of work in this area. I haven't done a lot of work in this area. Your abstract should contain the empirical evidence of your research. Your abstract should contain the empirical evidence of your research.
Life, with all its wonders, is made even more enchanting by one of its most striking properties, color. We perceive color everywhere: vibrant sunsets, blooming flowers, and even the clothes we wear. But how does color come to be? To unravel this mystery, let's embark on a journey through the waves of light. Imagine yourself on a serene boat, gently rocking on the vast ocean. Your eyes fixate on a humble cork bobbing rhythmically in the water. This simple motion, like a gentle waltz, repeats itself, up and down, up and down. These repetitive movements define waves. Now, armed with a stopwatch, you time how long it takes for the cork to complete one full cycle, from its highest position down to its lowest and back up again. This duration is what physicists call the waves period. But there's another way to express this rhythmic dance: frequency. Picture waves as musical notes, each playing its unique tune. The frequency tells us how often these notes pass by in a second. For our bobbing cork, if each wave takes precisely 2 seconds, the frequency is elegantly expressed as 0.5 waves per second. It's akin to counting the beats in a symphony, the tempo of nature's melody. One of the social issues faced by the state of Alaska is the lack of mental and emotional well-being of the Native Alaskans. It is very unfortunate that many of the Native Americans are living under poor conditions throughout the country. In the cases of Native Alaskans, even virtually entire villages are suffering from a lack of mental and emotional well-being, which includes continuing poor physical and mental health. Alcohol abuse, domestic violence, homicides, and suicides are frequent among them, which of course, lead to families falling apart. It is tragic to see that many children are abused and not educated properly. As a matter of fact, the children themselves are abusing alcohol and other chemicals, and the rate is increasing over the time. Since parents are suffering from mental illnesses and alcohol abuse, they can't take care of their children, so many children are being taken care of by others or simply neglected. Therefore, we can conclude that Alaskan Natives are losing hold of their communities, cultural identities, and most importantly, their childhoods. So, you can see how serious the issue is. Plus, rather than making a living for themselves, they are depending on public services and subsidies. They have lost control of and responsibility for their economy and governing institutions.
How do you describe a line that segments a circle? How do you describe a line that segments a circle? Chord. What is the study of religion called? What is the study of religion called? Theology. What do people usually use to cut food in the plate? What do people usually use to cut food in the plate? Knife. What is the term used to describe a period of 7 days? What is the term used to describe a period of 7 days? Week. What is the opposite of dangerous? What is the opposite of dangerous? Safe. What is the subject to study the past events? What is the subject to study the past events? History.